Hannah. What's up, Hannah?
Hi, how are you?
Awesome. How are you?
I would say awesome, but then I wouldn't be calling.
And I'm not doing awesome either. I'm just fine. I'm being over dramatic, like always. What's up?
Well, I kind of have a two-part question. I'm worried that my husband may be having an emotional affair with my best friend, and I'm having difficulties having like open and honest conversations with him about it.
Okay. Tell me more.
So I guess it all started a month ago. I woke up one morning, just happened to see that the security cam doorbell thing had a banner on my phone, and it was my husband leaving the house at midnight. And then there was another one that had him coming back at 2 a.m. And so when I asked him about it, he just said that he
Hold on, Hannah. Those are called regular affairs, not emotional affairs.
Okay. Well, so he said he went next door, which is my best friend is my neighbor next door, and her and me and my husband and her husband, we hang out, we do things with the kids. So I didn't actually feel weird about that, but what I asked him, how did it come to be that he went over there at midnight? And he just said that she invited him over. So that didn't really sit well, and I just asked him to see the text so I could understand. And a few hours after him just refusing to let me see the phone at all, he told me he deleted the text.
Hannah.
Yeah.
You hear yourself as you're saying this, right?
I know.
Okay. Until you decide I'm going to sit in reality, I can't help you.
Yeah.
You know. Has he cheated on you before?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have little ones? Do you have little ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have almost 13-year-old and an 8-year-old.
And you promised yourself never again, right?
Of course.
And you blamed yourself for part of it last time, right?
Yes, sir.
I am not minimizing what this all means. Okay?
Yeah.
In fact, I know that you don't want to turn around, because if you turn around, you realize that the gates of hell have just been opened.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's easier just to keep looking forward and make up imaginary stories.
Yep.
But I would not be your friend, and I wouldn't be someone who cares about you if I didn't metaphorically hold your hand and say, we got to turn around and look, because the gates are wide open.
Right.
I have left my house multiple times in the middle of the night and just go sit with people whose family members have passed away, and it's with a team of people, and it's part of a job, or it's to sit in hotels and whatever. Okay. So
right.
I've done that. So many times I can't even count. I pride myself on being available for my friends 24/7, 365, and for people in my community. If there ever was a moment when my wife said, let me see your phone, well, she wouldn't have to do that because she's got my code and she can look anytime she wants.
Right.
And I don't have a history of cheating on my wife. I have a history of being an idiot. You see what I'm saying? like every variable you told me. Where was your best friend's husband?
Apparently, from what she has told me, he was upstairs with their youngest trying to get him to bed, and she just really needed a corkscrew to open a wine bottle. I know.
You can't be serious.
I know. Oh, I wish I could laugh.
I know. I'm laughing for you. I'm laughing laughter you don't have. I know you don't have it. And I know if you start laughing, you'll probably start crying. You won't be able to stop. I know. Okay. I know. So we're at that magical place. Everyone I've ever sat with, eventually we get to this one question. What are you going to do now?
That's what I've been asking myself every day.
Okay.
I know what I should do, I think.
No, there's not a should. There's not a should. There's not a have to. There's just an is. Because if you say I should, then you're outsourcing, you're blaming, you're outsourcing your next move on some kind of cultural pressure or social pressure or blah, blah, blah.
Right.
What do you want to do?
I mean, I wish I could just forget about
You
him
can't.
completely.
You can't. You can sweep it under the rug. You're a grown up. You get to do that.
I've done that for 10 years.
I know you have. And and this is one of those moments, if you've got a serial cheater that everything kind of stops like like Star Wars, right? And all of a sudden you go, oh crap, this has been happening for a long time.
Right.
And by the way, there is a way to, you can just Google it. There's a way to get deleted text messages that they stay on your phone.
Well, I know I tried that, and that's when I tried to be sneaky. I asked him for it. He handed me the phone, and I started to do that. That's when I saw the amount of text messages between the two of them.
Okay.
But he snatched it out of my hand before I could actually go through anything.
Okay.
And that's really
listen.
And I know it's
listen.
not even. Yeah.
I'm not going to make any judgments of you. I'm not going to beat you up. I'm just going to sit here with you.
Okay.
You can live with somebody who's going to lie to your face and sleep with your next door neighbor / best friend, who, by the way, she's not your best friend. Stop referring to her as that.
Right.
She's a neighbor who is sleeping with your husband. Or let's say they're not sleeping together, is being so incredibly disrespectful of you and your marriage and your integrity. Just stupid, right? Just dumb.
Yeah.
You can live with that life, and you can raise your two kids and let them see, like, this is what love looks like and this is what marriage looks like. Or you can make another choice. And I'm not like, the thought of becoming a single mom, that phrase is terrifying. And what that means economically, and what that means decision making. And if you have done anything dumb, every one of your texts is going to be made public too in court. Like, all that stuff, I know, I get it. But you have to choose to live in reality. And if you can't bear the weight of reality, which I get, I've been there myself, then you got to get somebody to sit with you and hold it with you.
Right. And that's been the difficult part, because he's telling me that my reality isn't the actual reality.
I know.
And
when you just said the thing about the corkscrew, it's not on camera. All of the men and women in the booth, like, they all drop their heads, like, oh God.
I know.
Right? But listen,
I know.
If nothing else you get from this call, you're not crazy. You do have some choices to make.
I need to hear that. Thank
you. You have some hard choices to make.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not crazy.
Well, I appreciate that.
So how can I help with you?
I guess that was it. I mean, I talked to her about things, and I realized the part of me that says, I just want to know what was in that text, but that won't really make anything better, because then they'll just be waiting for the next shoe to drop. And
you know what's in those texts, Hannah. You know.
I know. I just wanted to be so wrong.
I know. Trust me, I would love for you to call and say, I think my husband's having an affair, and you rattle it off, and me go, I don't think that's it at all. I would love that. I would love that. And if that was the case, as a guy who would gladly, in the middle of the night, go over to my friend's house and help their wife out with anything they needed.
Right.
Not anything. Most things, right?
No, I get it.
I would gladly, with unthinkingly, hand my phone over to anybody.
Right.
And I would also set up some pretty ridiculous guardrails, right?
Right. Yeah.
And if I'd ever cheated on my wife, if I'd ever slept with somebody that wasn't my wife, I would have new rules that say I don't go over to people's houses in the middle of the night.
The funny thing is we had those rules. They sat on our refrigerator for years.
Yeah.
He just forgot, I guess.
No, he didn't. He never cared. He never cared.
I know.
He never cared.
I know.
Will you just sit with me for a minute in that?
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In the same way I'm asking you to live in reality, until he decides to sit down and be honest with you, there's not a lot of co-creating what happens next. You're going to have to move on your own.
Right.
Right. If he decides to sit down and say, all right, here's the deal. But until he decides to be honest, he's not going to be honest. I mean, what does he even say when he looks you in the eye and says, you can't see my phone? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, here we go. You're looking for something. You're going to be a detective. Here we go.
Yes, I am. Show me your phone. Why do you back away there?
I did. I mean, I didn't physically take it from him. That's the only thing I didn't do. I mean, I did actually say the word, if you don't show me your phone right now, we're done.
Yeah. Did he laugh at you?
He didn't laugh, but that's when he hadn't deleted it at that point. And then after that, an hour later, he was like, well, I deleted it.
And okay, you've heard me say this a million times on the show. Behavior is a language. What did he tell you? This is over.
Yep.
He called your bluff.
Yep.
Cool. This is over.
Yep.
And you're the one that doesn't want to hear what he just said. By deleting the thing you said, if I don't see it, I'm out. And he's like, cool, delete. I call.
Yep. Yep. It's true.
Do you have somebody you can call?
Yes.
You have somebody you can sit with in your local community and be completely 100% honest?
Yes, I do.
I will be available to you every step of the way. Call back anytime.
Okay.
And like I do, the next while is going to be awful.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be insane to expect someone who has no character, who has no integrity, who hurts you with his dishonesty and then makes you feel crazy for it, to suddenly treat you with dignity and respect as your marriage, as y'all figure out what happens next.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
He heard you. If you don't show me this marriage is over. Cool. Delete.
Mm-hmm. You're right. I just didn't want to see it.
Yeah.
But I know it.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. I think this is what I need. I need somebody to just say, here's the mirror. Look at what you're saying. You know that you're not crazy. And
yeah, you're not crazy. You're not crazy.
Listen to yourself.
And you heard it. You heard yourself when you said it. Like, you're not crazy. I'm heartbroken with you. I'm heartbroken with you. And for everybody watching this on YouTube, I'm going to ask you to be really kind to her in the comments. When you're in the fog of this and you don't want to believe it, it's so much easier to come up with wild stories to not have to deal with everything I know is now an ash. So I'm going to ask people in the comments, be supportive and be kind. It's hard to see these things when you're sitting in it. And right now, jokes and grenades are not going to help. What's going to help is like, we're with you, sister. I hate it. I hate it for you too. Or this happened to me also. Hannah, call anytime. I'll walk alongside you in any way I can. And I'm going to recommend that you talk to somebody today. Whether that's an attorney, whether that's a close friend. Find somebody and be completely 100% honest. And from that seat, that choice to choose reality, Now you can figure out what we're going to do next. And nobody can make that next move for you but you. Man, I'm so sorry.